Hey, beautiful people, it's Ashley here from Elemental Growth. And as you can see from my beautiful face here, it's got some poison ivy. And what I've been doing, this is something that actually happens to me quite often. It usually happens early in the year, and then I build up a tolerance over the season. So spring seems to be the time for me. Really early in the spring, before the leaves are even really out, before you can even really tell. And the fact that I'm working on different gardens every year also means I don't know where the poison ivy is. So as I was cleaning up and raking and creating paths and things, I was just hauling with my hands, and the first few places I got it was right here on my arms. Next thing you know, it's my neck and my face and my chin. I also have a couple dots in other areas of my body, like my hips, my legs, and my toes. It's really not that bad though. Like, I mean, I think I've been getting this since I was. Kids usually start getting poison ivy around 7 years old, if they're around it. Um, and if they're allergic, some people can literally walk through piles of it and it doesn't affect them at all. The uracil that's in the plant doesn't usually affect kids until 7 years old. And I think that's part of the engineering of the plant too. Like, poison ivy is the protector of the forest, and we're in the forest, and kids aren't usually disrupting it. They're quite natural, but adults, we're cutting things down, carving out trails. We are taking brush out of the forest. We are using the forest for medicine, for building shelters, for building storage sheds. We're doing these things, and when I guess we were disrupting, and this is the result. But that being said, it really isn't that bad, and there are tons of natural alternatives that you can do. One of them being what I've got on my face right now, which is baking soda and a water paste. It's equal parts. It does make a pretty thick paste. You can put it on. And it just helps dry it out, helps remove the itchiness, helps pull out any of the toxins like the uracil that our bodies really don't like. And you know what? It's a natural exfoliant too. So I know that when this goes away, my skin's going to be brighter. It's going to, it's not going to scar from it, and it's going to be nice and soft and exfoliated. So I'm really not worried. There are some other natural alternatives you can consider as well, which are apple cider vinegar is a really good one for helping to stop that itch. It's something that I've definitely used in the past. When it comes to store-bought stuff, calamine lotion I have used, and even though I don't use for myself, I can't even remember what it's called, polysporin. It's an antibiotic cream, which is why I don't use it, because I want to keep my biomicrobe that's on my skin as natural as possible. I think that that's really important for helping to keep my immune system up and things like that. So I try not to use any antibiotics unless absolutely necessary. Most of that kind of stuff I find from nature anyway. But also, it's a petroleum product, but it does work. I've heard really good things about it. So it's another one to consider if you end up getting it pretty bad. Some other natural alternatives. So here is the trick about poison ivy. Not only is it not going to affect the younger kids, so you don't really have to worry. It's more from 7 up. But also on top of that, poison ivy is a quite genius plant. It only grows around the edges of the forest. It won't grow where there's grassy areas, and it doesn't grow right in the middle of the forest either, unless it's actually protecting a specific tree or something. Other than that, or like a damaged area. Other than that, it's just at around the edges of the property, just to stop people from going in. But if you do need to go in, and it's in the summertime or late spring when everything, all the other plants that are around. Oh, that's so gross. I'm so grossed out that I'm making this video for you. Okay, so the other thing is that there's tons of plants that grow in with the poison ivy that help you reduce the effects of poison ivy. So one of them are plantain. Jewelweed is another really good one. Dock is the third one there. So, and they all grow with the poison ivy. Where we are, it's mainly the jewelweed, but it's not even up yet, and I need the flower, so I wasn't able to use it. And all the other stuff that's in my apothecary is still at home, and I don't even know if there was enough left to make a good remedy anyway, which is why I left it there. And yeah, so that's my story. That's what I got to say about poison ivy. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this helps, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep sending good love, positivity. I love my face. I love my skin. I love my elimination organs. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love.